everybody, and welcome to game number 1 of this best of 3 between GAIMIN Gladiators and BetBoom. But Miero, I feel like his hero pool, or the way that he builds his heroes, as Save is going to get gone on here. Looks like that's going to be first blood for Dyrachyo. Perfect hero to get it on for GAIMIN Gladiators. One lane BetBoom would be doing really well in is the bot. I mean, Effie brought it up, the pure damage against the likes of TB with the initial. Okay, well, now that we bring it up,
this would be big.
They're going to go for him. Under the tier 1 tower, they will get the kill, but Dyrachyo was on low HP as Ace won't be able to catch up. Toronto Tokyo making his way over there, though, as the poison touch from Quinn is there.
Oh, boy, he's
slows
dead.
continue to stack. Doesn't have Doppelganger for 8 seconds, so Magic Missile into Spear. Very casual kill.
Nice
Very
rundown.
Casual rundown.
I think it's nice to see more heroes being able to purchase Conda. It kind of felt like it became a one-hero item for a bit.
Yep, GPK gets the opener onto SyndereN. Swap to give some damage mitigation, but he dies anyway as the arena comes out from Ace. He waits a while so that Quinn can catch up, and that's the more valuable kill onto GPK.
Oh,
Quinn gets credit for it. With Ags, wouldn't she be able to do the Mars build, which is Divine and Brooch? Is that not similar interaction, but like longer range?
I guess so.
And you have Grave to stay alive as Arrow is going to connect. As they get the blast off as well, double mines, but a nice swap from SyndereN to keep Ace alive. And there comes the big arena into the huge rebuke. Ace is going to get graved, has a Radiance online. Still getting quite low, though, as Miero will chase Tofu instead of Ace.
Could argue for perhaps a fast disperser.
Yep, against Poison Touch.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
I don't know. Maybe you just have to get Manta.
We have another attempt at initiation into the swap, though. SyndereN keeping Ace alive again. BetBoom now on the run, at least for now. The Moonlight Shadow is there as GPK uses his ult. Spear is not going to connect. Actually, the repel is placed upon him, and Dyrachyo rethinking things. Still in that melee form as Nightfall inside the arena now. Going to try to do as much damage as he can, but it looks like GAIMIN are the ones on the run as Ace left to his own devices. Quinn, no Grave available now. So they lose 2 and now on the retreat.
Yeah, he didn't get stunned.
So that was a big part of that fight as well. Save. See the Moonlight Shadow. BetBoom want to aggress. Ace again. They initiate on into the Arrow. Swap is ready for SyndereN. Will use it into the Magic Missile. And again, GAIMIN gonna back away as Quinn gets slowed down by the Sticky Bomb. Do they have a stun? Indeed they do. Blast off into the Dragon Tail. Down goes the mid for GAIMIN as Tofu is going to take an arrow to the back of the head. Gets the win run off, but only delays the inevitable. So BetBoom again coming out on top of these fights. They're not like these huge team fight wins, but keep collecting a support here, support there, and now they get the mid.
You're almost... Wait, what am I saying? It's 8 to 11. Am I tripping? Anyway,
you're tripping on something. Ace finds the reaction onto Miero. It's onto the high ground. Yeah, keep talking, Sin. Keep talking about this idea during a fight here.
It's fine. Nobody's dying except Miero.
That's a core. Pretty big kill.
He's staying alive for a while.
Yeah.
Guardian Angel's quite good. 2 charges.
So Dyrachyo already has his completed as well.
And all right, now they're committed.
Yes,
that's
so
the meta.
The BKBs.
They definitely want something to happen here with this triple BKB timing. BetBoom all gonna smoke and look for a wrap.
Hopefully it's a delicious wrap as Miero. Smoke will pop. GPK goes in really deep. Quinn already gets on the BKB, but instantly SyndereN dies. Inside the Mars arena is just the techies for now. Ace pops the BKB, so he's not disarmed any longer, so it's a support for support. But the BKB is already expended for GAIMIN. SyndereN buys back. Split push and get back to you real quick would be so invaluable.
Yeah, if they had like Conqueror
Smoke
Emperor.
again. All right. It's going to be popped. Dyrachyo with the reflection. Doppelganger immediately from Nightfall. Arena comes out from Ace just onto Nightfall for now. Quinn prematurely popping that BKB. Spear connects onto Nightfall, but the repel is there. He runs away safely. Now that the BKBs are dissipating, Miero goes in trying to delete SyndereN. He's going to get Grave though, but Dyrachyo is the one that's taken out. Ace is next. So 2 core kills for BetBoom, and the rest of GAIMIN now on the retreat. They reserved the Grave for a support.
I feel like it's actually the only way you win is to go this item, this build path.
They find SyndereN. He's getting closer to that Ag, so That's going to kind of punish BetBoom.
They can all proc orbs. I would think they can all...
Would they be able to crit Daedalus?
Yeah.
Why haven't we seen that?
It should work.
Nightfall.
I think.
High ground attempt, minute and a half. I'm actually going to assume they're wrong on this. I feel like we would have seen it. It's the doppelganger to the low ground. Resetting. GPK gets off the stun onto the Windrunner. Arrow connects as well.
Oh, boy.
Ace is the one taking the brunt of the damage, though. Tofu's already dead. He has to use his BKB in retreat. Nightfall. His illusions are getting killed readily.
Duracho forcing a rotation back from at least one hero of BetBoom here.
Yep, that is true. He is pushing, but it looks like the melee racks will eventually go down. As the Omni Knight still shadowing Nightfall. As Duracho, he's actually going to get the full trade in top. He's going to BKB TP to prevent Toronto Tokyo from stopping him. So somehow, GAIMIN get the trade. That is really good for them.
I guess.
Only 30 seconds on the Aegis. GPK. Oh, he's going to get sheeped, but the stun is on Dazzle with the blast off as well. No save to come. And Ace looks to be next. Neither of which of these heroes have buyback. And now BetBoom in the base, a swap to try to get him closer to the fountain, but GPK able to get out. Celery goes down to purely illusions. He does have his buyback, but now BetBoom going for the tier 4s. Aegis is consumed. And there's the buyback from the techies, which will cause Celery to buy back instantly. You can see they have the stun. They have the damage. I didn't think they'd be able to get it, but Duracho falls, buys back again. No meta for 50. Tier 4 tower number 1 dead, number 2 as well. Ancient fully exposed, and this is when GAIMIN has to fight. Nightfall is so hard to deal with. They need to get some offensive swap, but Celery super low, gets it off. But this is an illusion hero. Can definitely deal with this a bit. And they're going to find the stun action. They're going to find the damage again onto Duracho inside his own fountain. And that should do it. Save will die back for effect, but it's a full team wipe as BetBoom's going to take game number 1.
Damn. They played this one really well considering how it all started out.
The Razor pick really offset them from it.
They'll still go for the puck themselves. Do we like this?
It's the most stable thing they could have picked there, I think.
I agree.
Earthshaker is the newest hero. Oh, that's Duracho dead. It was a matter of time. This lane, honestly, I don't think this is a good AM lane. Like, imagine this game if Quinn wasn't crushing mid. Like, you're still 1,000 behind despite Quinn being up 1k in mid lane.
Yeah.
And this is with 2 kills only on the side of BetBoom, so really...
Oh, boy. All right.
If I'm GAIMIN, I'm looking for Quinn to bail me out of this game.
Yeah, this
for a while.
rotation has to result in something. Toronto Tokyo will be the something, it seems. Puts down the Tombstone, which will provide some farm for Quinn. Requirement. And for AM, it's still the exact same AM, right? Like
pretty much.
You need 3 items, pretty much. As Duracho inside the Mars Arena gets bursted. TP's in, Tofu, Celery, and Quinn come in. They want to focus on Miero because Tofu should be able to finish off save on his lonesome. Rocket Barrage will be there. And they do get Miero, so it is a trade for GAIMIN.
Bit of a time machine back to a simpler time in Dota when the carries were just on an island forever.
God.
Good old 4 protect 1.
That was so bad.
Carries farm, everyone else fight.
It wasn't a brief moment either. It was such a long period. As
that was a good decade.
Miero is the one getting ganked. Hoof Stomp gonna cancel the Lotus. As the call down is there, Duracho cleans him up with the Mana Void. Duracho will connect again. Actually, just going back to farm.
Nice strike from GAIMIN.
They get the Toronto Tokyo kill nonetheless, 2-0.
I guess maybe slightly unexpected for BetBoom that they were going to connect to Entimage's lane while they're being pushed mid.
Ooh.
But this invasion is massive.
Oh my.
Oh, the dream for CM. Oh, get CM all the CS.
All right, gets the Impale on 2. It might cost him his life though. Ace gets off the Hoof Stomp and Double Edge because he does have Blink.
Well, well, well. Considering his start, I would say this is recovery. He has recovered. And now he's starting to build the usual aim.
Gonna go high ground, will be spotted. No connection with the spear though, fully. Has the BKB. try to force it out. He gets the finger on top of him, and there's the BKB now. Coil was expended as well, but Quinn just runs right through it, and they are demolishing BetBoom every step of the way. Zombies are slowing down Quinn quite a bit. There's the arena and the coil, but you can see Quinn is actually surviving through this, surprisingly enough. He actually snaps it and still will survive. And this is all without the AM, as Nightfall very low on mana. Ace really thinking about going in here. He does, but misses the connection. Impale will greet him, and I think GAIMIN will back away.
On a tree or on the cliff, and then Quinn just turns and starts fighting them. He could probably win a 1v3 right now during his BKB. So.
Quinn now making his way to the bot section. Toronto Tokyo's dead. And Quinn just continuing to rampage all over. Well, not a literal rampage, but the actual definition of it.
They will smoke up toward their Medusa. GPK is 1-0-0 on puck in a 23-minute game. All right.
Duracio's their target again. Quinn coming in.
This is going to
do
cost
get
them
the connection
possibly.
that they want. Nightfall getting brought back thanks to the Quinn shard, but is able to TP out. Spectre was a lot worse back then, by the way, as were most heroes, as I had to hold that thought. Ace, spear to the tree. Seller trying to make his way over. Can they burst this Centaur down? No. Pops the Blade Mail, gets off the Stampede, Hoof Stomp as well. Double Edge to take out Save. It'll be very shortly. He'll be able to pick that up, but the coil comes in. And now Ace taking considerable amount of damage. Miero gets a nice spear with the Mars Arena. Ace still surviving. Right clicks from Nightfall, not enough.
Wait, they don't kill him here.
Ace is alive.
Oh my
Mana
God.
Void comes in, takes out Miero. Toronto Tokyo will die as well. Jeez.
Yep.
All right, well, you ruined it for everyone. They didn't even have time to guess.
I'm just that good
Yeah.
at ruining things.
It's funny, though, because, I mean, I guess Bloodseeker can still be considered a counter, but not so much Kunkka these days. Duraccio is going to get Coil GPK.
That's not how...
Pops the Coil. All right, GPK out of mana. Mana Void does a lot of damage, but doesn't matter. He still melts. So now that the AM is top 2 net worths and after all of that, Toronto Tokyo dies on the footsteps of his base. Save, not invulnerable anymore with that shard. And now the high ground from GAIMIN. It's 29 minutes, and there, I mean, am I wrong that there has not been a Roche yet?
I think you're right. Their lows like this are also just a bit disappointing. It just leaves you wanting more, you know? Like, even if they lose on fighting early in the game, you would have at least had this
They're going to try for it. Miero with the opener onto the CM inside. The Greaves is going to keep her alive, though, as Quinn now focusing on Nightfall. Yeah. And Celery, he's still alive. Miero just trying to beat away at him, but doing no damage. And now Miero is the one to fall instead. The Stone Gaze allows the Medusa to get away for the time being. GPK, mana voided to death. Double kill Duraccio. Toronto Tokyo will follow suit, and GGs are called.
I was gonna say it.
This is like going to game 3. A very, very good performance from GAIMIN, and I want to say quite underwhelming from BetBoom.
I want to see a Helm of Overlord build. That item got buffed. It's cheaper now. Beastmaster's Universal Hero. If he gets like tanky with auras, I feel like that would help his team.
I think their lanes are also going to go better. Aside from the top lane cannot go as well as last game. I think that's not really possible.
Duraccio has something to say about that, SyndereN.
Just kidding.
Getting chased, and that is first blood for Miero. Man, what a caster curse from the great SyndereN.
Well, it hasn't gone worse yet.
The actual.
Yeah, that's really stupid.
Yeah, but I say March 4th. So it goes in the order as GPK. It's going to get stunned up. Quinn actually takes the illusion rune. GPK trying to get something out of this. Celery is taking good amount of damage, but GPK has to use most of his mana pool to try to get away. He's actually trying to re-aggress, though, onto Quinn. He gets off the illusory orb, jaunts to it. Tofu finds the kill on Toronto Tokyo. Now Quinn gets the coil. Level 6 is there. Down goes GPK. And it looks like Save is next. Pops the Fairy Fire, but it's not to be. Double kill Quinn.
Big moment for GAIMIN.
Maybe you blink in for like a mana void. That's that feels like usually
that's
what
pretty much
contribution is.
That's pretty much what he can do, I think. He definitely cannot use his
Quinn, Orchid reveal, dead.
This map is so small for GAIMIN already. That's 0.1, I think.
Uh-oh.
Back the other way.
Ace dead again in the exact same spot at this stage. Well, depending on your perspective. In terms of like hero kills, I feel like. Like Alchemist is very snowball. Is GPK using up all his mana, and Nightfall finishing the job. It's going to be very nice. One coupled up with the old Beastmaster, since that's used to be part of the build.
Yep.
As SyndereN is spotted, just trying to get some D wards, and it cost him his life. Seems to be the state of affairs for GAIMIN.
In this meta where the offlane can dictate so much, I think that can be a true game winner.
And look at this, the steal of the Tormentor, but Quinn is here to try to steal it
he
himself.
got it.
Tofu will get the shard as a result. Nicely done from Quinn. And GPK already out of mana, uses the BKB, runs through Coil. Will use the last of it to try to get out. No stun this time. Good attempt on the Yules, but the BKB was still up. And now the Roar is going to find Ace. Mana Void coming in to stop the freezing field. Ace still technically alive. Axe is not going to do much, as Miero now left all alone.
God,
he does get SyndereN in the end. He's at half HP now as Dyrachyo and company clean him up. So GAIMIN,
huge for GAIMIN.
very nice fight. That's pretty cool, because you force out the Yules because of the Orchid, but then you get Sheep, which is, you know, going to force out, what, a BKB or something for Quinn?
Or Lincoln's. But still a lot to manage. Tofu is dead.
Tofu.
Oh, they actually roar.
Goodbye.
More chasing potential for GPK.
The Glimmer TP.
Nice.
Ooh.
Sorry. Sticking around.
Yeah, it feels like BetBoom have been very 5-manny, if that's a word. Quinn was the initial target, but now they're going to have to force their way onto the Rubik, who's a lot tankier. Like we said, the swap keeps them alive. Tofu finally does die, along with the Venge, and now it's a 5 versus 3. There's a buyback onto SyndereN if he wants to use it. Backdoor protection is there, but not the greatest layering on the fortification.
This is what you want to see from your carry when he's
the instant silence and the roar. Goodbye, Quinn. And that is 50 seconds without the mid laner.
And they have all tier 2s taken, and this is a Beastmaster push with a fat morph. This is easily 2 lanes. I don't think there's any world where GAIMIN Gladiators...
It could be more.
This could be Megas. This is a payoff right here.
Yeah.
This is Morphling stuff. AM, can you do this?
All right, GAIMIN are going to have to do something. Ace with the initiation. Stampede on top, but he's all alone still. There's literally no backup. Finally, Dyrachyo arrives, and he blinks away. But that does buy time for Quinn to respawn. Oh.
GPK.
Drums are popped. Miero looking for a roar target. Quinn blinks out. Now AM has the Aghanim Scepter. Let's see how much work that does. They find him again. Burst down Quinn. 50 seconds. Roar was stolen, used on Nightfall, but he's perfectly healthy. And Dyrachyo has to be careful as Nightfall turns into Dyrachyo, in fact. Takes out the Vengeful Spirit. Dyrachyo finally blinks back to base.
Truly,
I mean, to be fair,
not great.
I don't know how much of this is on Dyrachyo.
Oh, I'm not saying he played a terrible AM game. It's just
this is just an AM game.
This is the other side of the coin of what happens when you are AM on the losing team and you have a bad lane.
Yeah,
like
when you're
night and day.
When you have a Beastmaster that can help push this fast.
Yeah.
I mean, AM just, like we said, he needs minimum 3 items just to start fighting. But now you're at such a major disadvantage because of the barracks. Let's see how the blink fragment works out for Dyrachyo.
Excellent pick this game. It's giving them everything they wanted and more. So now it's just time to close it out for BetBoom.
Quinn.
Okay, good
very
coil.
Nice coil. GPK zips towards it. Dyrachyo's getting rooted. Roar is expended. It was actually, that was still the stolen one from Tofu onto Beastmaster himself. No one has died yet though, as Quinn all alone in the corner. Will phase shift as the rest of his team tries to catch up. Looks like he'll be able to blink out safely. The root will find Ace. Finally pops his BKB as Dyrachyo gonna reflect. Very back and forth fight here. Still nothing as Mana Void does basically nothing. Speaking of it, as Quinn will barely get out with any HP. Might have to back away here, but he gets destroyed by save. That is very unfortunate. Ace though, will be able to clean up the CM at the very least. Nightfall. Oh, he actually already waveformed it. Attribute shift on top. There's the Hex. And there's the death of Dyrachyo. And this is where BetBoom will finally start to clean up. Double kill for Nightfall. As that is 4 heroes dead for GAIMIN, and into the Roche pit, BetBoom goes. That was such an extended fight.
All right, BetBoom going for the
Yeah,
The killing blow.
Daedalus there. Miero picks up an AC, so
Time for coup de grace.
big power spike for BetBoom. Only one tier 4 remaining as well, so they don't have to go for the top if they don't want to. But they find the Hex onto Dyrachyo with the Roar to follow. 70 seconds. Ace just melts as well.
Okay, that was a Centaur.
Yeah.
He died in 2 seconds during BKB.
Melee racks down, and this will be Megas. And BetBoom can sit pretty. They have the cheese, unfortunately, not the banner this time, so the GAIMIN creeps will not come. Tier 4 tower is next for BetBoom. There's the Waning Rift being used by Nightfall on top of Quinn, but the Yules to counteract it. Hoofstomp comes out from Ace. This is going to be his dieback. Just way too much damage. The Daedalus ripping through them. GGs are called, and BetBoom takes the series 2-1.
The bet in BetBoom stands for better. They're just better, Shannon. That was an absolute smackdown, but what a weird series, right? Like,
Yeah, it was.